Hi everyone, Sarah Roberts here, your game master and producer for Luck and Chaos. I just want to let you know that we had a few technical issues on our first episode, so the sound may go a little wonky at times. We'll have the problem sorted by episode 2. Thank you for your patience, and I hope you enjoy meeting this new party of adventurers as much as I did. Thank you so much for joining me. This is apparently the technical difficulty stream, but we're going to figure it out as we go along. And I am so excited to introduce you to these fine folks. They're cute characters. We are starting a little late because, we had technical difficulties ahead of time, but we're going to hop right into it. If I can get everyone to go around and introduce themselves, but not their characters, let us know who you are as a player, your social media tag, and your pronouns, please. And once we get through that, I got a little something for you.
Hi everyone, my name is Alessa Vamp, or seen on the interwebs. I go by she, they. That's me. I don't know what else to say. Hi.
Hey, I'm Zachary Vaudo. My pronouns are anything so long as they're not derogatory. You can find me on Twitter as Yep It's Zach, and I'm very excited to be here.
Hey everybody, my name is RJ. You can catch me at rjustice282 on Twitter and Twitch, and it's gonna be a blast. I'm a literal menace.
Oh my goodness gracious, I'm so honored to be here, but hi, I'm Abby. You can catch me on the Bird website at Enough of Abby. I'm an indigenous nerd, and my pronouns are she, her. Top tier.
Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. These folks are absolutely fabulous. I cannot wait to have you all watch them play. And thank you so much for taking a chance on me. I don't know what else to say about me other than, hey, everybody, I'm Sarah Roberts. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm going to be your chaos guide tonight. So, oftentimes, we gather around places to tell stories. Here, we gather around a Zoom call. It was going to be a video ninja call, but you know what? That just didn't work out, and that's all right. Sometimes you gather around a campfire, a kitchen table. Sometimes you gather in a tavern, but unlike most stories, ours is going to start in transit. All of you are on the road to your new job. And you've been traveling for a while, and it's been kind of uneventful. Can everyone please tell me, as they are traveling along the road to the city of Dulhen, who are you traveling with? How are you getting there?
So Sulong is currently just walking down the road. He had paired up with a caravan from the port that he had gotten to. They stopped at Watford, but then that's it. So he's been just walking along the road all the way up to Dulhen.
It's been a long way. There have been a lot of other caravans passing you. The one you left, it was particularly crowded. Mirth and Moldozan Glow Shadow and their 5 kids. Man, those kids were cute, but a little exhausting.
Oh, it's fine. I used to have a bunch of relatives too at that age, so I know how to look after some young kids.
The toddlers did not let go of you the whole ride. As you're walking along carts and horses and other folks just walking along past you, who would like to tell me next how they are traveling along this road as well?
Oh, me.
Okay. Fisscourth?
Oh boy, Fisscourth is unconventional as they go, you might say. Why take the roads when the wilds are right there? Avoid the peering eyes of the unwashed masses, those who really don't know what they're talking about. Sure, this caravaner has been taking this path for 20 years and he's never seen the likes of me, but clearly, I know which way's better, and even though my wings and fur are covered in brambles, I know I took the correct path. This is fine. I'll be there by sunset. Probably. Maybe. Hopefully.
You're definitely heading in a direction. Can you roll a survival check for me?
Oh man, first roll of the game, and it's me. Can do. Oh no, oh wait, actually, that's 14. That's not awful.
Okay. I'll save that for later. Who else would like to tell me how they are traveling on this road?
So Arat was in Ukraine for a while when he sent out his letter for why he wishes to take on this job, and hitched a ride on a cart of a merchant that was going to Watford. So he crossed the bridge over the inlet that leads out into the ocean. Dulhan is not exactly next to Watford, so he was dropped off at the crossroads by the merchant and pointed as best as possible in the right direction, saying if he stayed on the cleared path, which is a bit easier for him to find, he should make it straight into Dulhan.
Okay.
And so at this point, he's at the crossroads and making his way north.
Okay. Fium Ven, the vendor who helped you get this far, was very kind. A little bit unusual. Talked a lot about lasagna and his best friend John, but you thought that orange tabaxi, or you just thought that tabaxi, as they introduced themselves to be, was just very, very nice. So even maybe a little bit grumpy at times, but eager to get home to their dinner. Let's see. That leaves Yuiza.
Yuiza, she had been walking for a while by now, and she kind of, as she was heading out of Watford, she had been traveling from the Northern Islands, which is her home, to Ansted, to Watford, and now to Dulhan, and she's very tired of walking. So she tried to catch a ride on like a little caravan, nothing too fancy, just like, hi, I'm just wondering if I could hitch a ride. I have a silver, if you would like it. I'm really tired, please. And just kind of bat her eyelashes.
You do find a grain merchant who's willing to give you a ride. Her name is Koshasua. She is a voluptuous pink tiefling with large, curly hair and eyes that glitter like stars. And she just looks at you and goes, "Oh, honey, baby, just get in the back. We cannot let you hurt your feet. You know, it is so easy to roll your ankle. My uncle's cousin's brothers once was just walking from his front porch down to his mailbox, and he rolled his ankle, never walked again."
Oh my god.
That might have been because a cart ran him over when he got to the mailbox, but you know, still, you can never be too careful. And she will just
thank you.
chatter along, whether you are listening or not, for the entire.
Oh, she's enticed by this pink tiefling. She love it.
For the entirety of your ride. But you are all traveling along this road, and you get to the fork in the road, Arat. This is probably the fork that you were left at. And everything suddenly comes to a stop. And there is just a backup of carts and riders, and people have essentially just stopped in the street because they can't move forward down this path. There's just barely enough room to get 2 carts by. So there must be something up ahead that's blocking everyone's way.
Because I can't quite see that. I'm going to continue to walk and just drag my hand along the sides of carts as I go forward and past them. If it can fit 2 carts, then I'm probably walking just along the edge of the path upwards. But I'm just continuing forward.
Can I get perception checks from everyone?
Oh, for the sake of mine, what time of day is that?
It's probably about midday, noonish.
Oh boy, roll that at disadvantage.
18 for Yuiza.
18?
Fittingly a 9.
A 9. Okay.
I did better than the blind man. 10.
That's an 11 for me. But I'm a bat. I have albinism. Don't be mean. I'm just a little guy.
You know what? That's okay. The DC actually wasn't all that high. So, Arat, it was actually pretty low for you because you were close by. But you hear 2 people arguing fairly nearby up ahead of you as you make your way forward. In a heated discussion, you hear mention of a cart and a horse and a broken axle. Yuiza, you see when you look around the side of the cart that you are traveling on, you see that there is a cart that is just cattywampus in the road, blocking both lanes, if you could consider there to be 2 lanes on this street. I keep saying street, on this path. And there is no way, essentially, to get around it. Fisscourth, people be weird outside of the caves.
They really are.
Why are they all stopping? Is this some custom? You're not quite sure, but you do see up ahead through the trees, you do see a man and a woman arguing in front of a cart that is turned sideways in the street. And Sulong, you said you were walking?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get a second perception check from you?
Sure.
Okay.
Anything for you. 15.
Excellent. So you don't see the obstacle in the road that is coming up ahead, but you do see someone who is stopped after having run their hands, someone you've been watching run their hands along the side of the carts as they move forward along the path. Zach, can you describe Arat for some?
Sure. Arat she has a bit of a pale complexion, but it's olive-toned underneath it. He has long hair, looks like it's been growing for quite some time. A beard that's a bit unkempt, but it's still all together. He's wearing a red overcoat. He's got one hand wrapped up, the other hand is holding on to a knotted stick that he's using to keep in front of him. His eyes are covered. He has a pendant around his neck, and he has sort of a hip holster that seems to be holding a few cards, in addition to his travel bag. That's it. He seems like he's paying attention, but you're not quite sure how well, because there's a lot of noise and he's sort of turning back and forth as he moves.
I think Arat hears Sulong long before he even approaches. There's the jangle of metal. If that's my cue to describe Sulong.
Go for it.
So, tan-skinned, there are kind of auburnish hair that's been swept to the side in a side part. There are these piercing yellow eyes that have slits instead of irises, and a bit of green scales that come out from underneath his current outfit, and they just kind of go underneath his chin. Sulong doesn't look like he's from around here. For the main point, his garb is more to relate it to our world, Eastern in appearance. Yeah, but for the most part, You hear Arat hears the jingle of armor and probably something heavy because he has a great axe that's slung over his shoulders and a rucksack that's tied to one end. And Sulang's just gonna say, are you not afraid of getting splinters?
No, not particularly. I have a delicate touch. And it helps me keep a straight line.
Huh.
Well, as straight of a line as it can be.
So, you see what the problem is over there? Then you'll approach.
No, I do not see what the problem is at all.
Sulang gets there, turns. Oh, I am so sorry. I did not know.
It's perfectly fine. It sounds as though people are arguing up ahead. I heard somebody mention something about a broken axle. Possibly there's a damaged cart.
I could do something about that. Could you hold this for a second? And Sulang will dump the great axe and the rucksack in Arat's hands.
He gives a little bit, but doesn't fall.
Fisscourth is off in the weeds a little bit. If you'd like to move ahead forward, it is coming from these folks down here that I am paying. There is a man and a woman. The woman has long brown hair pulled back up in a messy bun. Her bangs are hanging in her face, plastered to her face. She's in a green shift dress with a long sleeved white under chemise and probably a sturdy pair of boots just for travel. The gentleman traveling with her has long, flowing, voluminous, golden hair and a perfectly coiffed goatee, wearing lovely purple silks, and carries a lute on his back.
Sorry, go
ahead.
Hi, what seems to be the problem over here?
Oh, hi. Well, it's the funniest thing. So apparently, someone didn't tell me that horses are scared of snakes sometimes, and there was a very big one in the road, but it's gone now. And of course, Galwin does not believe me, but our horses got scared and the hitch broke, and now they both run off into the woods. But he just won't let me leave to go search for him, and he won't leave me to go search for them because apparently I can't just stay here and take care of myself. And now everyone's backed up, and it is just. Hi, I'm Arabelle. It's nice to meet you.
Sulang, it's a pleasure. Why don't we get this cart out of the road first, and maybe we can discuss your problem.
Well, it wouldn't have been a problem if she had just picked something that was less grandiose and Gawain. I almost forgot my own NPC's name, gestures to the cart, and it is a rather large, rather heavy cart. It's probably going to take more than just you to get this moving.
I would like to rage.
Okay.
It is not this screamy type of rage. It is more Sulang hunkers down, two hands behind the butt part of the carriage.
Okay.
There is a vacuous inhale as his chest just swells up and lift. Does it? What did I roll? 24.
Okay, that is enough to get this moving. Can you also make for me a dexterity check, as you do have a large, heavy wheeled object that you are moving on an uneven path?
Would you want a check or saving throw?
Let's just do a straight up check for this one. The DC is going to be 13.
That's a yes.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, you are able to push this off to the side and make way for at least one cart to pass. So the carts can now start passing in either direction, just one at a time. But there is at least enough room for them to move around each other.
Oh. He will drop rage and turn back to the two. All right, so about your horse problem.
Oh, yes. One of them's named Snickerdoodle and the other one's named Buttercup. And they don't look like either of the things that they're named after, but they're really nice horses.
Sulong feels somebody bump into his back as Arat just walks right up to him with all of his stuff. Just goes, I'm not exactly a valet.
I don't know what a valet is.
A valet carries things for other people. I've only just met this man.
I apologize.
You mentioned something about horses.
Yes, our horses ran off, and she will explain to you hurriedly and excitedly again what has happened to her and Gowlin.
Well, that simply won't do. It seems as though fate has brought us together. Possibly for this.
Maybe? I don't know. Is this some of that, like, religion stuff?
Hardly. I am willing to help retrieve your horses if my new burdened friend is also willing.
Oh, yeah. I was going to offer that to begin with, but you took the words right out of my mouth.
There you go. See, Arabelle, you just need to just stand to the side of the road and smile, and eventually someone comes along to help. It's like I told you.
It's
Someone
a
will
lot
be here to
faster
help.
if someone asks, though.
And Galwin will climb up into the cart that has been moved out of the way and start playing a jaunty tune on his lute. Well, that would be great. Are you either of you good with horses? I'm they can be skittish.
I've been told that I have a gentle nature.
Okay, that's a good start.
Few animals on the farm, but I never tended to them. Mostly out in the field myself.
Okay. Well, here I have some extra sugar cubes. Oh, and some carrots. They like carrots, and I think they like apples. I don't know if they really do or not. I haven't had the opportunity to give them any yet. And she will just load your arms with produce for these two horses. She's a little bit out of her depth as to how to take care of two animals that were just pulling her cart. But very enthusiastic. Do Yuiza and Fisscourth approach to assess the situation at all?
I like that word, assessing. It's so much better than stalking, because that's what Fisscourth has been doing.
Oh.
Unfortunately, tales from the Chapel of Cacophony, all exaggerated, I assure you. Maybe a little, okay, maybe we did kidnap and drain people, but that's a whole other thing. I'm different. The last encounter I had with these furless ones did not go well. There was a whole thing with a holy symbol and being hit over the head. I'm just watching, making sure they're not hysterical. But at the mention of animals being handled, I think Fist, from whatever tree she has been hunkering down in, just plops right down. It's very dramatic, wings spread, red eyes glowing. This is a giant albino bat.
Hi. Oh, hello.
Is everything all right?
Well, it's not every day that a bat falls out of the sky in front of you. Hi. Hello.
Do you not
what
have
now?
bats here?
Oh, we do, but none is... Normally they're just out, and she just catches her breath and just gestures. The bats here are they're maybe smaller than a chicken.
Oh, yes, the primordials. Aren't you? I get a little too close for comfort. Aren't you just fascinating? Look at you, so full of life and blood. My goodness,
I believe I'm at a bit of a disadvantage. Do we have new help?
Oh,
help?
Yes,
Yes, I'm here to help. I know how to help. Helping is what I do.
Help.
Hi.
I'm sorry. There was a scream, and then...
It's fine. Nothing's wrong. Well, something is wrong, but nothing too wrong. This person just fell out of the tree and startled me. But also my horses are missing. But the two are not related. I don't think you... No, you...
Oh, you fell. Are you all right?
Fisscourth, is about to reprimand this foolish Smoothskin for saying, oh, and she just... Oh no, I'm capable of the most graceful form of travel and locomotion. Flight, my dear.
Smooth skin.
Yes, you're naked.
What's
The person talking to you, sir, with the blindfold, I'm assuming you can't see because you're blindfolded, is a giant bat.
You think I can't see?
Well, you're blindfolded.
Although you're correct, yes.
Yeah. I mean,
I already assumed as such through my masterful perception, truly.
I don't believe I've ever met a giant bat. Do you mind? Just hold my hand up, in the general direction that I hear the voice talking.
Fisscourth leans away immediately. No, get your oils away. It'll make things difficult. But I do appreciate your curiosity. Yes, curiosity. But what was this about horses, you smooth woman?
I guess the skincare's working. And Arabelle will recount to you the same thing that she recounted to Arat and Sulong about the horses and the snake and the horses running off. And while she's doing that, would you two like to describe Yuiza and Fisscourth for those watching at home?
Fisscourth stands at about 5 feet tall, but 5 feet is far too long. Far too tall for any bat to be. As in a hulang, her figure is a mixture of humanoid and bat, and she completely lacks melanin. Just stark white, shades of pink where skin and blood shine through, and striking ruby eyes that are squinting so hard in the sunlight. All dashed, of course, with a pink robe that looks like it's been through worse, and a shining diamond choker. She seems friendly. She's smiling. All those fangs, that has to be a smile, right?
looking at Fisscourth in curiosities, Yuiza, she has sun-kissed, tan-skinned, brown hair that's cut in short bangs that kind of grow up to little tufts of hair that kind of frame her face, and they kind of frame perfectly the red line tattoos that she has on her cheeks and on her forehead. And she's wearing what is a leather armor, but she has kind of added a little bit more color to it, whether it's with some cloth or some string or rope, and it's accompanied by this really flowy skirt, because walking is exercise and exercise makes you sweat, and these skirts are flowy and allow for airflow, and she just really likes skirts anyway. So she also has this well-worn, almost hand-knitted cloak that at some point would have been to kind of cover herself, because you can tell that she has a little bit more blade than most people would have. But she doesn't care about that. She's just listening to the retelling of the situation with this woman, and ends up with those poor horses, they must be so scared.
I mean, I think so. We've only had them for this trip, but we can't really move this without them. And I also, there's a deposit if I don't bring them back.
But horses are pretty skittish, so they're probably scared if they went into the woods. I mean, there's a bunch of things that could eat horses in the wood.
Fisscourth again just does this thing where she gets her face very close to your face. Just, oh yes, absolutely petrified. Poor harmless little creatures that could be so easily lured into terrible situations. We should fetch them. Yes, that is what we're going to do for adventures. Money.
We will find your horses.
Is she getting close to Yuiza's face or to Arabelle's face?
Yuiza's face.
She doesn't back up. She just smiles.
Thank you. That would be wonderful. That would be really, really wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm really short on money, and I can't afford to lose the deposit on those two. And as she gives you a description of the horses that you're going to be going looking for, Yuiza, as Fisscourth gets closer and closer to you, you notice that there's quite a few burrs that have gotten stuck to Fisscourth and their ears.
Yeah.
Due to that survival roll earlier.
What may I call you?
What do they call me?
What may I call you? What's your name?
Oh, I'm called Beast Horrible Thing. What is that? But I call myself Fisscourth. That was the name my mothers have given me. It is very nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, Angelina. My name is Yuiza.
Oh my gosh. Fisscourth bonks her nose with her nose. Very nice to meet you, Yuiza. Very good. Someone who gets culture.
Of course. I don't know if it's rude, but you have a few things on your ears and on your fur. May I take them out? You got a few burrs. I can. I don't know if you like to be. I can.
That's a bit intimate. I mean, to offer grooming, I'd assume.
It's not intimate in our culture, so I'm so sorry if it's intimate in yours. I'm just trying to be polite.
Salong's just gonna dump the product that was put in his arms into the cart again and starts walking into the woods.
Hearing these two talk, I'm just going to speak towards the woman asking us to get the horse and go. I'm sure that my friend will do well with that description. Lastly, if I were a compass pointing north, which way did your horses run?
Let's see. It rises in the east and it sets in the west. So that would make it would be do you mind if I touch you?
Please.
She will take you by the shoulders and point you towards north, which is actually I believe away from the direction of the forest. You were traveling north on the road.
And I will say, thank you. Did my friend walk in that direction, or do I need to correct him?
Oh, no, you need to... They went east into the forest here.
Okay. And the man that was with me, he also went east?
Yeah, he's by a bush. Do you want me to call him back for you?
No, I can walk that way.
Okay.
My newcomers, you said your name's Yuiza and Fisscourth. Are you accompanying us?
Oh, this is immediately distracted from the cleanliness discussion. Yes, adventures.
Yes, we are
Starts picking burrs from Fizz as she's...
We are to find horses. It seems that, again, fate has brought us all together for this task.
Fate, accident, who knows? But sure, I can... You have... It's like right on... And she just grabs it. Yes, I can go with you.
Wonderful. The man that was with me dropped all of the produce that we might use to lure the horses into that cart over there. If you wouldn't mind grabbing that.
Oh, I can... I'm not a strong woman.
We should only
grab
need a
a few.
couple, I believe.
Okay, I'll put some in my bag.
I'm not going to make a trail back or anything.
Okay, I'm gonna just put some carrots and sugar cubes in my bag.
Easy enough then.
I believe it is
Two.
this way. I'll point in that direction and just start walking with the stick out in front of him.
Yes.
Yes, the most cunning trap we must lay for these horses. Yes.
Was that really a trap? She'll just walk. She'll walk along Arat so that they're kind of going at the same pace in case of anything. And like talking to Fisk or something on the side. It's not really a trap. It's more of like a lure because food is enticing to animals. And they're like, oh my God, there's food. And like, I want that food. And then they'll come to you because you have that food. And then you're able to like take them back to safety.
This has just wrapped her wings about herself like a cloak and is just nodding. Curious, we don't do that where I'm from. No, we set traps for the... No, not animal. Let's call them animals for the sake of this discussion. We use that to get the animals, and then we eat. Yes. But yours is very smart. You use food to bring the animals to you.
Yeah, and it's like a little treat. And you'll see as you're getting up close to Yuiza, she also has a lot of like jewelry on her ears. She has like long elven ears. She has like a bone piercing. Her piercings don't match; they're different on each side. One's like this woven circle. The other one, it's this this bone kind of gauge on one side, and she just kind of looks mismatched, but like it makes sense.
She must be a warrior of great renown. You have my respect.
DM, just now that I have these two folks walking right up next to me, Is there anything about them that I can sense because I'm not just focused on how they look?
About your new companions? Yes. Well, let's... Actually, I'm going to leave that up to them. What would Arat sense about you? Is there something about the way that your character walks or the swish of your clothing? Are there specific sounds that would be probably unique to your character and how they move?
Smells even.
Or smells?
I would say smells, actually, particularly from Fisscourth, because she has a tendency to get very close to people when she speaks. Probably something due to maybe eyesight. Maybe it's a cultural thing you don't know about Ahulings. There is almost, it smells like coins, like a pile of coins, maybe iron.
A little coppery?
A little coppery, yeah.
Pennies? Yeah.
like pennies.
With Yuiza, you would actually hear, like, it's not overtly loud, like where it's annoying, but there's a light clanking of like trinkets. She has a few on around her belt and like the sashes that she wears. She also has a few in like some braided, some braids that she has in the back that are kind of decorated with yarn and trinkets as well. So you hear that kind of light tingling, and you also smell, even though she's traveled so long, you kind of smell this kind of sea salt smell that's kind of just penetrated through her clothes.
Just takes all that information in as he continues to walk. And then interrupting the conversation. Apologies, has the man that was standing next to me gone too far ahead? Do you still see him?
He's over there. We're on their way. Hey, you, sir, and or madam.
They possibly can't be talking to me because I am a singular entity.
Person that's walking away from the voice that's coming behind you towards the woods.
Sulong had taken a knee to examine some, like, tracks that he thought he spotted, but
on their knees, currently.
Turn their head backwards. Hi, yeah.
You're not supposed to go off alone. That's dangerous, especially in the woods. We're all friends now. We need to go in together. Well, I don't really know you, but he called you friends, so I guess we're like friends now, kind of temporarily, but that's fine.
By proxy, sure.
Sure.
I assume you're not my enemy, so we'll stop.
I sure hope not.
Oh no,
haven't done anything.
We're all friends under this big sky.
So this he's pointing. He's surprisingly like pointing in the right direction as he does this. This is Fisscourth, I heard, and this is Yuiza, I heard. I did not hear your name earlier, but my name is Arat.
Oh,
hello.
Just call me Sue.
Sue.
Sue. Like SUE or like SU?
SOO?
SOO?
For those looking at him, kind of just puts a hand up to the chin, just thinking, SU. That's common. That's the common equivalent.
That's easier to understand. Okay.
Yes, like soup. Yes.
And you hear it's like a SUO. Yeah, like soup.
OUP.
Not right now.
Sue, Yuiza, Fisscourth, Arat. We are looking for this woman's horses.
Yeah, she needs to deposit them. That's what she said. We should find them so she can do her deposit.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, I'll be a bit more helpful once we're a bit further away from the commotion. He just points back at the people that are now moving on the road. It's a bit further away from the commotion, but
we can move further. And she'll kind of like tap his shoulder to kind of motion that she's moving forward to the woods, and just kind of does a wave to like Fisscourth and Sulong. Let's go.
How are you all looking for these horses?
I'm not.
Well, yes. Players, how are you going about this?
Once we get further away from the noise, I'm actually going to be like taking a listen in to see if I can hear like grunts, whinnies, plants being stomped down, stuff like that.
Okay. How else is everyone looking for these creatures?
Are there? God, am I good at this? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Are there like tracks, or are there bramble like bushes that have been like run through that the horses? Because if they're to panic, they're gonna run through things. Really, it's just like a trail.
You can both roll me investigation.
I'm not good at that.
Neither am I, but I'm going to try anyways.
Anyone who wants to make this roll?
9.
I would like to climb a tree to get a better vantage point.
Okay.
I just rolled a nat 20. That's an 18 because
Is this the one that I have advantage on, or no?
This would just be a straight roll from this distance.
15.
15. Okay. Fisscourth got a nat 20. Sue, go ahead and roll to climb tree and look. With your strength roll, I'm just going to assume that you can hoist yourself up a tree. No dex check.
The perception? Mm-hmm. Okay.
No, investigation.
Oh, investigation, sorry. Nope, the bonus is that one, so... 7.
These trees are very dense the further up you go. So you do get up pretty high, but all you see are leaves and a squirrel. You think it's a squirrel. Something jumped from branch to branch up ahead. The rest of you, what was Yuiza's investigation?
9.
You find some tracks, but they're a little too small to be a horse. They look like a much smaller critter.
I think this was like a rabbit. Did they mention anything about a rabbit? I don't see horse tracks.
Fisscourth and Arat, you both get a better sense of direction. There is a sound up ahead of almost a rhythmic stomping, not consistent, but enough times that you can tell that something is intentionally making the sound. Fisscourth, you clearly plain as day on the ground, horse tracks.
There's a noise up ahead.
Weird U-shaped track. Must be a horse.
I can't see any horse tracks, guys. I saw a rabbit. I think that's like a fox or maybe a large rabbit. I'm not sure.
But Fist, just as Yuiza is going on, just silently grabs her, pulls her over. The U feet. The horses have the U feet.
Horse tracks.
Yes, I knew this. I knew this all along. And Arat said he heard something up ahead. Yes, we should go that way to find these horses and trap them.
Along. I'm
Yuiza
not
was just
good
like
at
2
this.
bushes over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can make your way into the woods. And
Oh, it sure looks safe and definitely not risky.
yeah,
I can't wait.
There's nothing lurking in these woods.
There's a path over here, guys. It looks weird.
Not by these dangerous brambles that are excellent for climbing, which you primates might use.
I might have a bit
primate.
difficulty navigating.
I'm not a strong woman.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I lost one of my horses on the GM overlay, so I'm gonna ping it up ahead, and the horse is right about here.
Oh wait, so I need to zoom out. Right about where?
I am repeatedly pinging it. It's about halfway up.
I think you're on the GM layer where you're pinging because we can't see a thing.
Look
Just the ghost horse. It's the phantom of the horse, bruh.
up here.
There it is.
Okay.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, I think there's like I think I see a horse. I'm pretty sure that's a horse. Are you a horse? Horses can talk. What am I doing?
Yuiza, you are an expert, an accomplished warrior from what I've seen. How do you call a horse? This thing could stomp us to death.
Well, it depends on its name, really.
Is this one Buttercup or?
I don't know. I know how. Okay, let's all. I'm gonna go walk very, very non-threateningly. We gotta be non-threatening. You can't get up close to them, Fizz. You can't scare them. They're very skittish.
Are they carnivorous?
No.
Curious.
But if they bite you, I'm sure they can kick really hard. I once saw a man get kicked by a horse. Like his leg came off. Not the horses, the guys. It was It was amazing.
These creatures are truly.
I've continued walking forward while they're talking. I think I'm ahead of the group at this point.
Oh, no, she's walking and talking.
Alrighty. As you walk forward, you see a large black horse. It has beautifully maintained fur, and do horses have fur? Do they have hair? They have hair. It has beautifully maintained hair, mane and tail, braided to keep it neat while traveling on the road. Its hair around its hooves are white, and it has its bridle on still, and you can see the rigging where it would have hooked up to the cart. Those lines are still attached to it as well, and they have been caught on the branches of a tree that is probably about person height. So it's there, stomping its feet, mad, chewing on something on the ground.
I have carrots. I forgot I grabbed carrots like you told me, Arat. Should I go with the carrots?
Yes, we'll offer the carrots, hopefully, to not make them run away.
She'll take a carrot and just kind of hold it in front of her as she's walking.
And
Hey,
as we get closer, just start making like a clicking noise.
This immediately perks her ears up with the clicking.
As you two approach this horse, can I get a animal handling check from someone with advantage, please?
I'll go for it.
Yeah.
I'm watching with bated breath. This
Dirty
thing
20.
tears legs.
Dirty 20?
Yes.
It eyes you for a minute in the way that horses assess people as they walk up, and then determines that neither of you are a threat.
Okay. I think it's stuck.
You got it.
Okay, it's stuck. Should I just cut it out?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
But you
Just be
don't approach
delicate.
from the back. You're gonna get kicked in the face.
I know, I saw a guy get kicked in the face once.
So
he
hard that
did
his
not
leg
live.
fell off. Yes, like
I'll reach over,
No, that was a different guy.
like looking for the carrot with my hands, and then take it, and then just sort of
whoa.
hold it from the front of the horse.
Yeah. She will kind of go towards the side where it's tied to the tree, and try to untangle the horse. If that doesn't work, she'll just kind of take out a dagger and...
I'm just calming the horse in the meantime.
Honestly, you can probably just pull these leads out from the bush.
Okay.
It's one of those things like when you're walking a dog and the dog walks around a pole and then walks around too far and then just stares at you because it's stuck.
Okay.
Just didn't turn around and go the other way.
I was going to ask the clarifying question. Is the lead tangled or tied? Because there's a big difference on the no-no scale.
Tangled.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one,
She'll
anyways.
take it.
So long as a horse girl confirmed.
Yeah. Should we take this one back first? Or should we...
Probably leading this horse back down deeper to find the other one doesn't make much sense since we're pretty close to the entrance.
True,
Although I
though.
have heard that they are pack animals, they hunt in packs, as it were. Perhaps we could
They don't
use
really
that as like a
hunt.
howl to each other.
They don't hunt. They
not-
ruminate.
But
Yeah,
she
they grass.
is onto something, though. If we are trying to find this other horse, it may react more favorably if the one that it's familiar with is with us as well.
But what if we get in more trouble, like it gets stuck and doesn't want to go into the woods? Forest? This is the forest.
Well, then, it was already stuck. We'll have to get it unstuck again.
Do you want to go back to your person? Or she'll kind of... It'll be like petting the horse on his neck.
The horse nudges to see if there's any more carrots in your pockets.
She'll give him a little sugar cube.
Takes
Oh,
it.
he's fine.
Very
They're
happy.
fine.
Can I get some perception checks from everybody in the party
Yeah.
while
Still
you're
a disadvantage,
having
I
this
can't
conversation in the
see.
forest?
7.
Okay.
She's too distracted by the horse.
15.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
Wow, I actually rolled well on that. That's a 17 at disadvantage.
Proud of you.
Nice.
You hear some whinnying further in.
Distressed?
Did you have horses on the farm?
Maybe oxen.
Probably can't tell.
Horses always sound distressed.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Not like elk, though. Elk sound the most distressed.
Elk sound like something from another planet.
Did it sound particularly far ahead or relatively close up ahead?
It's closer than the cart is to you. So, probably not too far away.
The beast howls. We should go fetch it, yes? To return it to its pack.
Yes, it may be quicker to grab this one, but we can keep this horse that we have a bit more out of danger in the process. So keep that one back behind us, perhaps.
Okay, I will keep it back behind us.
All right. Does everyone move forward?
Yes.
Sure, cautiously. I don't like how,
Are you drawing weapons on a horse?
No, it's darkish. Everything's a little purpley.
Yeah, it's easier for you to see back here, Fizz.
I don't even know whatever the heck's going on over here with the tendrils.
Sure, it's nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure it's nothing.
You're not seeing it. Everything is tendrils. These are all tentacles. Have you lived near stalactites? It's wild.
Yes, actually.
Truly, you are. And I get, again, very close to your face. You could probably smell the iron on my breath at this point.
I could probably tell what that is pretty clearly now.
You are absolutely fascinating. For one who doesn't see, you see more than others.
I've traveled a good bit. Are you injured?
No, why would I be injured? I'm in the finest health. I'm a fine specimen, as you might say.
Between Fisscourth and the DM, at this proximity, can I tell that smell is coming from their body, their breath?
I mean, I am talking right in your face, so you're probably getting a little bit of spittle because I'm spraying it, not saying it.
Okay, so that smell is specifically coming from your breath.
Yes.
Okay, so at that I'll go. Just making sure. Sometimes you pick up things differently.
Thank you, friend Arat.
Absolutely. Just continue, reach out, to orient himself, so probably a hand on Fisscourth's shoulder unless she moves back and then there's nothing. And then walk in the direction of the noise.
Okay. Does everybody go?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Yes.
For purposes of orienting myself, Fisscourth, did you back up out of the reach of the hand, or is my hand on your shoulder?
Oh no, you've probably grabbed one of her wings at this point. She's just they touch each other. They do this thing. I'm just going to accept it. I will have to bathe later.
All right, so yeah, hand on the wing, see kind of like a look of interest on the face that you can't see, and then just continues to walk along with you.
Okay. Yeah. You carry on, and soon you see up ahead, tangled in some vines of some sort, is another horse. Its leads trapped on bushes and rocks, and just went the wrong way one too many times.
I don't have anything for delicate work like this.
I do.
You want to come with?
Yeah.
All right.
Who wants to take over this horse? They're very nice.
We should be able to, and I'll just reach out my free hand towards the direction of the voice.
Yeah. She'll give
This
him
is
the
making eyes at it. Just what is this thing? Why are you so
Give
large? Why are your pupils?
Give the more carrots and sugar cubes to Fisscourth. This is for the horse. They're very nice. Just stay there. And she's gonna she walks very lightly on her feet, kind of jumping over roots and rocks. Just make her way. Hello, little horsey. And just bring out another carrot. We're here to help you. Please do not kick us.
Can I get another animal handling check for this one?
Okay. Oh, 14.
Okay, that's more than enough. Yeah, the horse cranes its neck to better see you.
Hello.
And starts swishing its tail and huffing through its nose as it stomps the ground.
Hey, so I got you, little buddy. It's fine. She'll kind of give them the carrot to chew on, and then she'll take out her dagger slowly, and then just start cutting away whatever they're tangled in.
Okay. Easily enough done. It seems to be plant-based, a little fibrous, but it's nothing that a dagger can't make quick work of.
Yeah.
While you are focused on the horse, can I get another round of perception checks from everyone else?
Oh no.
You're going to be okay, buddy. She's just talking to the host. It's going to be fine.
I got the dirty 20 again.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
I rolled 2 19s in a row, so that's a 17 for me.
Fabulous. Did both of you move forward with Yuiza and Sue?
I'm staying back with the horse.
Okay.
Yeah.
I may have taken a couple steps forward, but they're much ahead of us.
Okay. So this would be ahead and to the right a bit. You both start to hear the sounds, now that the horses have calmed down a little bit, of trickling water.
Who hears that?
Arat and Fizz hear that.
No, I understand that within your society you have areas for that sort of thing. Are you needing to use the restroom?
No, I'm perfectly fine.
Who's dripping then? It's certainly not I.
No, it may be a body of water, not coming from an individual.
Yes, there are things other than just driplets.
Surely you've had water crew in caves before, yes?
Yes.
This runs more freely.
Where is it coming from? And I will, to the best of my ability, look around to see where this dripping is coming
Arat,
from.
surprisingly, just going to straight point in the direction that it is. It's over there.
Yep. It is coming from a stump, what appears to be a stump from the outside, to the right of you, far right. So if the path is branching, it's going off to the right from the tree that you're at, away from the other two.
It's coming from there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, horses like water, yes. I've heard this being a thing, as life forms tend to. What if we brought them over for a drink?
I don't see any reason why not, so long as the path is safe.
Of course, you will never fall under my watchful gaze, and Fist will very confidently, awkwardly, as her wings are longer than her body, tramp forward and lead the way.
And, okay, so I can hear her walking away from me and walking further away from the other horses.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call out to the group. We're going this way just a bit, and I'll click and lead the horse with me in the direction I heard Fist tramping, because she's loud enough for me to hear.
Don't stray too far.
Yeah, you've given that horse food. It's going to follow you as long as you want it to now. But yes,
Same.
Off to the side over there, you do see what appears to be a large stump that was sheared off Fisscourth at exactly 6 feet up, just in a straight line. None of the other trees around it have been touched. But you hear the sound of running water coming from it.
Well, this is... I need your tallness. Come here.
Oh, very well. Arat's only about, maybe half a foot or so taller than you, but he'll come over next to you. Yes?
This kind of just takes him, with permission, of course, she kind of takes him, pushes him up against the wall, and just climbs on him to the top of this stump, or at least the edge.
Okay.
Yeah, he reinforced himself with the stick and just go, the horse might be taller. Okay.
Yes, but I don't know if the horse is going to rip off my legs and eat my flesh.
The horse is probably less likely to do that.
I'm not sure about. We need to test it, but that will be later. So what do I see as I peer over the edge?
As you peer over the edge, you appear to look into something that you actually are familiar with. You had these in the caves as well. It is a well that has been built in to a large stump that is nearly 30 feet in diameter. Down in the stump, there is a row of stone around the perimeter, and then within that stone, there is what appears to be a large wooden door over top. And you can hear, now that you're right on top of it, you can hear there is water beneath this opening somehow. You can't see any of it yet, but it's here. Someone put a well in a stump.
This is stupid. Who builds a well so big? You can't use this. And I'm visually describing what I see in grandiose detail. It is, I believe this is what we call an oak. Yes, I've seen pictures of it. It is obviously an oak, of course. And it has water in it, and it's very large. There seems to be some sort of lid or a handle, or is this what we call a basin chamber? A chamber pot, something like that. It's too large. Whoever made it needs to immediately be met with some sort of discipline.
Well, perhaps it was meant to be communal. But it sounds as though it is blockaded from giving any to the horse, so perhaps we venture backwards.
Yes. I will just hop back on the ground.
If you would lead, I can follow. We can tell them about this when we come back to them, though.
With a heavy sigh, just begrudgingly, Fisscourth authors and wing.
Hearing the stars go, one thing at a time. We have all the time that we need.
Like, very well, just please keep contact with your finger pads minimal.
Apologies, it gives me a better sense of what I can see with people that I'm talking to.
Interesting. Let's go. I don't like... This has sparked new thought. Fisscourth doesn't like having new thoughts. Changing my perspective? No. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Just following the noise.
All right. And while you two have been investigating this stump well, Yuiza and Sulong, what have you been up to with the horse?
Getting it out of where it's tangled.
Keeping an eye out for trouble.
Excellent.
She's just talking to the horse as she's kind of getting it on the tangle. It's like, it's going to be all right. You know, we're going to bring you back to your mom, and she's going to be fine. She's so scared for you. Are you Buttercup, or are you... What's the other one? Butterscotch, Buttercup, Snickerdoodle. Are you Snickerdoodle, or are you Buttercup? You can't tell me. It's fine. I think you're Snickerdoodle, but we'll see. I don't know. Do you have a bet on which one this is?
Sulong is currently leaning against a tree. There is a small notebook in his hands and like just a piece of charcoal that he's writing in. Sorry, what?
Do you want to bet on whether this one's Snickerdoodle or Buttercup?
They were described to me. Is this horse Snickerdoodle or Buttercup?
You're not sure. The horse's appearances were described, but Arabelle didn't bother to tell you which one was which.
Well, she did say that they looked nothing like their names, so I'm going to say that one's Snickerdoodle.
That's what I said. I can't bet in money because I'm broke, but, you know, it's the winning that counts, right? Anyway, I think the horse is free now.
As Yuiza says that they are broke, there's just the pencil scratch. Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
Logging my adventures.
I can give you permission to log me.
May I mention you in a letter back home?
Maybe.
There's just the scratch of a pencil that definitely the stroke is maybe.
I'm kidding, it's fine. Oh, you should have seen your face. Anyway, let's go. Let's take the source.
Book snapped shut into the breast pocket.
Just drag the horse along.
Arat! Fizz!
Fisscourth!
Fisscourth. That's their name.
We're back here.
We got the other horse.
He's so loud. Yes, very, very well done. Applause. Applause. That is what we give. Oh,
Fisscourth found, oh, good.
She's clapping with just 2 wings, which really, it sounds horribly disturbing. It's bone on bone.
You're flapping.
Well, in the words of a great bard by the name of Dame Gaga, I do it for the applause.
I'm not sure if I'm familiar with that one.
I'll regale you sometime.
Wonderful. Fisscourth found a large tree with possibly a well in it that way, but it seems to be closed.
Well, we can investigate it if we want. That sounds really weird, and weird stuff is usually like spooky.
Let's take the horses back, though, because I do not want to involve them.
No, there's been through enough trauma. It's okay. She's just petting the other horse now.
Yes, we can bring the horses back, and once we are done with that, we can investigate before we continue on whatever our paths may be.
Yeah. Where are you guys from? She says as she's walking.
Nowhere. I just immediately.
Well, you have to be from somewhere.
Well, a cave. Yes, a cave.
Cave?
No specific cave like you've heard in legends. Nothing. No. Yes, a cave.
Okay. I have a lot of caves back home. I'm assuming you're not from there, but that's fine.
You haven't heard any stories about caves or kidnappings or anything like that? Not that I'm involved. I'm here.
The inside check this woman.
All right.
There is a...
Fist, you can roll an opposing deception check if you'd like.
Oh boy, I certainly am. That's a 6.
19.
Bats can't sweat. But Fist would be sweating if she was a bat, and her eyes are doing the looking from everyone, like, please, don't let me get punked.
You know, that doesn't involve me, so I'm not going to ask. Anyway.
Yes. Discretion. Glory. Yes. Knowledge. Friendship. Yes.
We're all friends, and using my entire wingspan, I just pull everyone in on, a side hug.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
You're surprisingly soft.
You are very...
And strong.
Just almost immediately, she catches herself. Just,
Well, where are you from? You are not from a cave, I presume? You don't have that cave sense about you? No.
Me?
Yes, you. Any of you, really. Let's talk about you, not me. Yes.
I'm from the islands east.
Island. That's... Yes. Water.
That's like...
terrifying.
That's like a small chunk of land that's smaller than like a continent. And like it's surrounded by water on all sides. I mean, a continent is too, but like, it's smaller. So yeah.
Without a seething to traverse from, truly it must take ages to cross.
Not really, I just took a boat.
Fascinating.
Yeah. It took like, I don't know, maybe a few days. It's pretty comfortable.
I guess I'm from Zara myself. It's a small island off the coast.
Yeah. Oh, island buddies. I'm from Norty.
Hand up. Just...
High five. What about you, Arat?
Oh, I've been traveling so long, I'm not quite sure anymore. I haven't been to any islands, though. It's mostly just been the mainland.
Oh. I haven't.
A bit of all over.
I like that. I've been traveling for a little bit, too. And she's, like, walking and talking as we get to, like, the edge of the forest. But, like, I didn't used to travel before, so it's a little confusing sometimes. But I'm doing the best I can. I'm actually on my way to go get a job.
Yes, a job! For money, as am I.
Yes, I need money.
Money is a very important thing, what I've heard.
It's valuable.
I've
yes.
studied.
You can exchange money for goods and services.
You can exchange money for goods and services.
You can exchange money for goods and services, yes.
You can exchange money for goods and services. Yes.
Yes.
I wish you the best of luck in that. I myself am heading up to Dulharn to meet with the local body there.
The Dulhan.
Wonderful.
What a coincidence. I too am going to Dulhan.
Yes, the guild. That's where they are.
The-
Dulhan.
The
Are we all
guild?
going for the same goal?
I don't know. Let's all say it at the same time and see if we say the same thing.
We're doing the Spider-Man pointing meme.
Okay. What guild are you going to go see? Okay, 1, 2, 3. The Wardens.
Architecture.
Oh.
The Wardens, yes. I wanted to
Okay.
be different. I could see from the flow of the conversation that this is actually what's going to happen.
Oh. So
Look
that's
at us.
fine.
We're like cavern mates now. We're all working, breathing within the same area. Perhaps you're
Sure.
not so filthy after all.
It'll
Fizz-
certainly make travel more enjoyable and safer for the rest of the
Yeah.
way.
Yes.
Fisscourth, I'm sorry if this is a little impersonal, but not quite cavern mates, but don't bats typically have a brood
You mean a colony? Yes.
colony? We're part of the
I
same
don't-
colony now.
She looks so genuinely touched by that. She doesn't know what to do with her little. Apparently, the things on top of a bat's wings are her thumbs. She
Yeah.
doesn't know what to do with her thumbs. She's just twiddling
Alessa
them.
must be so weird with a bat.
Oh, it is. Thank you. She just blushes just because she's has no melanin. Just all of her
All
turns
pink.
pink. All pink.
Yeah, no problem.
I think that might have been a bit more personal than what. Okay.
You were the one who grooming me. That was very.
You know, we're a colony now. Yes.
Sounded very, very positive, though.
Yes.
I just wanted to be friendly. Ugh.
Arabelle, we got your horses.
As you call out to Arabelle, you see that
Everyone
Gowan is
dead.
still. Oh, they're dead. Everyone's dead. Everyone in line is dead. No, you see that they are. Oops, wrong one. There we go. You see that they are pacing back and forth while Gowan just leans back in the cart and continues playing music. A few people have stopped to listen, as there's still a bit of a backup, and folks are just kind of using this as a rest stop now at this point. Oh, hi, hello, hi. Oh gosh, you found them. Oh, Buttercup, I missed you so much. Oh.
Okay, it's this one, the one that I'm holding, the brown and white one. Is this one Snickerdoodle or Buttercup?
Oh no, that one's Snickerdoodle. Yeah.
I knew
this one's
it.
Buttercup. Oh, hi.
I was really hoping her to say, I don't even recognize that horse. Golly.
Roll for initiative.
Their horse mimics run.
It was never a horse. It was a nightmare this whole time.
It's the third horse in the room with us right now.
Ha, nightmare.
Wouldn't it be a Knuckleavi?
Thank you so much for finding them. I don't have anything right now that I can give you, but if you're ever in Dulhan, you are more than welcome to come to my shop. It's the Wands Want. I'm happy to
The
help you
what?
out
The-
if you need anything. Or
We're
you know,
going to Dulhan.
Oh, you're going to Dulhan? Oh, that's where I'm from. That's where Gowan and I are from.
That's your colony. Fascinating.
What's your shop name? That's what I
It's the Wands Want.
The Wands
Yes.
one. Okay.
Wand Swan.
Yes.
One
The
swan.
Wands Want.
The
like
Wand
W's.
Swan. So
Yes,
like
the
a
wands.
wand has a wand.
The Wands Want.
Wands
the
want.
W-A-N-D-S.
W-A-N-T. Yeah.
A
W-A-N-T.
motherfucker, my camera. Two shakes.
Oh, your bat friend just disappeared.
She was interested in something else we found back there.
Oh, that's
Bad people tend to do that.
Oh, was there something interesting? Oh.
Whoops.
Ruh-roh, Raggy. All right, everybody. Well, we will be back. So don't go anywhere unless it's to grab a drink, grab a friend, because now is a perfect time to go take a break or visit thehypegoblin.com to see the different way you can support this stream. Okay, everybody wave. Bye. you were talking to Arabelle, and she is not aware of anything in the area, but she said, we'll be here for a little while. So, I mean, if you need us, give a shout. I'm not really good in a fight. I sell things. I don't really do things. Gowan does sometimes, but I don't. So we can call for more help. If you call for help, then we could call for more help and send help to you. But just be careful. If you're ever in Delhan, just stop by the Wandswant and say hi, or maybe buy a potion.
Is the road particularly dangerous?
The road? No. So many people travel this road. No, it's actually pretty safe. There's also patrols that some of the wardens do every once in a while, so everyone feels quite comfortable on this road. Why are you concerned about traveling the road?
You mentioned danger and possibly calling for help.
I think she meant like in the forest.
Yeah, weren't you going back? You mentioned something about a well and a stump.
I don't know. Are we going back to check out this interesting well that Fisscourth found, or shall we continue our way to Dulhern?
I don't think we should leave this stone unturned. And yes, the road is very... A holy man tried to beat me with his incense on the way here.
Oh.
Terrible. That's why I haven't been traveling the roads.
You poor thing.
Well, if someone tries to beat you with their incense again, I will beat them up with my knives.
Yuiza, you are truly a warrior of great renown.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Well.
We're a colony now.
Well, we'll be here for a little while longer, getting the wagon fixed still, and getting the horses hitched back up. So if you need anything, a ride, an escort, a friendly face.
Are you going to Dulhan right now?
Yes, we were on our way home. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what if we went with you, because we're all going to Dulhan? Maybe we can hitch a ride with you.
That would be
as like payment for getting the horses.
Oh, sure. That'd be great. Yeah, I would be happy to. Yeah. Just don't die. I don't like the woods.
Very well.
I don't want to come looking for you. Okay.
That's
well. It sounds like we have enough time while they fix their cart to investigate Fisscourth's well.
Well, okay, let's go.
Bye.
We'll be right back. Hopefully, all in one piece.
I hope this experience isn't underwhelming.
I just want you to know, Fisscourth uses literally the same height as you, so like when they were leading you, it was just like straight leading into their faces.
I love that. Short queen solidarity.
All right, so you're heading back to the well?
Yeah.
Checking it out? Okay. That's totally cool. We
Precisely.
can definitely do that. You can make it there, no problem. You already know the way.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a wow.
Is this the well, the stump well?
Yep, it's that.
So I guess, yeah, as we get there, just... Ta-da?
Oh.
Arat, height. Wall.
And if he doesn't move immediately, I just drag him, push him up against the wall, start climbing.
Absolutely, I'm happy to be of service.
Yep, the stump
You're
itself.
very useful.
Sulong, would you help me up?
Sulong plants their axe just down and lattices their fingers together to help Yuiza up.
Thank you. You got to ask first, please.
Nonsense. Everyone knows what they're good for. Arat is tall, therefore he must be used for climbing. It is known.
I mean, it depends on the person, really. Everyone's different.
I'm typically not much of a physical person, though apparently I have more skill than I realized.
Precisely. I am good at realizing what is true. Yes, Arat.
Interesting. What's down this well?
Yes, what do you see up there?
All right. You see the same thing as the others saw before. It is a very large stump. All of you could fit in the stump itself. Within that, there is a ring of stone, and within the ring of stone, there is a wood-type lid and you hear the sound of water coming from down below.
I can try. Like, is the lid like the entirety of the radius or whatever circular?
It's like built in, but you can still stand and get the lid open. Probably.
Okay. Do you want me to go in and open the lid?
Yes, we should see what is inside it.
Okay,
I need to see
will
where this
need
water comes
help.
from. I will help.
Okay.
I'm very.
You know what?
suited to
I'll
that.
help you.
Yes, as you should.
Should we wait down here then?
Yeah, what are Arat and I supposed to do?
You can come in. And Yuiza's just climbing over the edge and just boop.
So long if you are able to get up, I can perhaps be lifted up by you.
Have you ever heard of something called jetpacking?
What is that?
Well, Sulong will approach. You feel like a shift, and instead of like hearing Sulong directly, you can hear like it's a little distant, like he's turned around. If you put your arms around my neck, I can climb the rest of the way up.
Oh, backpacking. Why didn't you say so? And I'll just, like wrap around like this. There's like a stick across your chest as I hold on with that.
Sulong is going to yell, "Heads up!"
What?
There is the sound of a grunt and then a thud as an axe just lands. He threw the axe over, and then he'll begin to climb up.
That's sharp.
That is very sharp.
Are you all trying to get this large wooden lid open?
Yes.
Absolutely. I sure hope there isn't a demon in there
They
or
are.
something.
All right, let's roll some strength checks to see if you can get this lid open.
Strength checks, you say?
Smiles and barbarian.
1, not natural. I rolled a 3, but I have -2. So she's just like, I can't do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, your first ever dirty one.
Dirty one.
That's a 9.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yuiza and Fisscourth are struggling with this wooden lid.
So, 20, right?
Uh-huh.
But can I narrate how it happens?
Yes, I'll let you do that.
Sulong walks around the radius of the well, stops, goes, huh, and then pulls like a primitive lock out and then just slips the lid off.
Oh.
I was warming up. I knew that was there. I was warming up. Wings, you know. We're not like you primates where you walk about. You knuckle walk, yes.
I still am not a primate.
I have no excuse. I'm just not strong.
Cue Fisscourth math equations, lady meme. Just
We're not primates. Primates? No. Are we going in? What's inside?
yes, what is
Just
this?
gotta look over where the door it was opened.
You look down, and it's a very deep well. It's... Roll me perception.
21.
No, perfect. It is surprisingly well made. It neither looks like the tree grew into it, which is very uncommon for a forest this dense. There's no roots that are poking through any of the stonework. The stone seems to be in pristine condition. The only wear and tear on this well is the outside of that lid that you all removed that was exposed to the elements. But other than that, it is a perfect structure.
Can you easily see the bottom of the well?
Vaguely.
I can vaguely see the bottom of it. It's very well built. Like, it's very clean and, like, well made.
I want to walk
Get
over
it?
until
This is the well? Okay.
I want to walk over until like the edge of my stick hits the well, and then I just want to reach in and just snap and listen to get a sense of like how deep it is or how big it is.
Okay. How far does Yuiza's dark vision go? Is it 60 feet?
I believe so. Let me double check. Things are
I believe it's at the
loading.
edge of your dark vision. That's really
60
the only
feet,
reason
yeah.
why it's hard to see.
Yeah. It's like at least like 60-ish feet down.
And from
you
your
know who's got superior dark vision? Who can see 160 feet?
What big bat eyes you have. But from the snapping sound that you made, it does kind of sound similar to your guesstimation. So that would be accurate. But yeah, Fizz, if you want to take a gander.
Oh,
Stick your head in the
absolutely.
hole.
Before I was being obnoxious, but is there anything at the bottom? Is it just blankety blank?
It's water. It's a liquid.
Terrible. Hate it. I hate liquid in this amount.
Does it have like a rope and bucket like to get water, or is it just straight? Can I find like a pebble or something around where where we are on the stump? Okay, she'll take one, just drop it.
Drops. Shh. Plunk. Into water.
Well, we did find the well for sure.
I believe we did. Is there any reason that we need anything from this, or?
Are you
Not sure.
thirsty?
Not. I'll be fine without the water here.
This is just going to dip her entire head under the water and just look around more deeply. Maybe it's
Are
Are
you
you
gonna fly
going
in?
into the well?
Oh no, she's
60
just putting
feet down.
She's putting her
water's 60
head
feet down.
into. Oh,
Okay.
60 feet down.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought the water's close.
No, it's at the bottom of the well.
Yeah.
All right, instead of that, what I'm going to do is just click and screech in a very high pitched manner and bounce off the walls just to hear what might be down there.
Ah,
Stone
Wait.
and water.
Wait. I have. Okay. Don't freak out, everyone. And she's
Okay.
gonna reach into her mouth, and she's gonna take out a molar,
Oh,
and she's
That's it.
going to drop it. And she's going to use her feathers bonus action feat.
Okay.
And I can do remote viewing. So it says if I'm within 10 miles of the token, I can enter a trance-like action. It lasts for a minute, but I can see and hear from the token as if it were located where it is. I personally am blind deafened because I'm focusing on it. So she's going to sit down and just say, okay, I need y'all to watch my back for a second. Don't do anything weird.
intense staring.
And then she's going to sit and almost like a meditative position. She closes her eyes, and after just a few moments, her eyes open and they're all like blacked over.
Okay. You see, you're looking back up at yourself through dark water.
Okay, she's gonna spend a few moments there enjoying like the sound of the water rushing. And then she is going to come back. There's nothing down there, it's just water.
Just what? Why put so much effort into building something so large if it's just going to be water? This is pissed. This is stupid.
perhaps there was something here originally that called for this water source. It's not here anymore.
Well, it's not here anymore, and it's not ours. I'm going back to the caravans, and Fizz is just going to plop down and start walking away.
Sulong's gonna put the lid back on, then just lock it back.
Okay.
That's gonna. Yuiza's just rubbing her jaw. Like, that's gonna take a hot second to grow back. And just tries to climb over.
All
She'll
right.
just hop over the edge. Just land.
Careful!
Once she hops down, Fizz is immediately in her ears. How do you do that? Do they regrow? Are you a lizard? I didn't know lizards could be so smooth.
I'm not a lizard. It regrows magic.
Magic, yes.
Yes.
Fascinating.
Thank you.
Painful.
Very. You get used to it.
Oh, yes, we get used to all sorts of pain. I look a bit wistful for a moment.
Oh, are you okay?
Thinking of home. Homesick, as they say. Yes, we should go.
Is everybody back on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hearing everybody else leave, we'll just go. Oh, okay, and just like feel for the edge and just sort of like climb over and like try to slide down.
Oh, we got you! I'm so sorry. Well,
No.
Sulong's got you. She'll put Sulong underneath Arat.
Slide down the trunk to the ground. Okay, there we go.
Sorry.
It's quite alright. I'm used to handling things on my own. So we have a ride now to Dulhern.
We're going to.
Wonderful.
Arabella said she would take us, so let's go back. Tell them it was just the well with water, as wells are.
As they are wont to be, yes.
Maybe
thought it
leave
would be
out
a
the
cave.
part where I dropped my tooth in. Don't worry about that.
You did what now?
No, nothing.
All right, so you're all heading back to the horses and Arabelle and your new ride. All right, easily enough done. After investigating this well that was mysteriously in a trunk, you head back. Arabelle and Galwin have the cart in operable condition. It's going to be a little bit bumpy since their repairs are very makeshift, but it should hold the rest of the way. And you start on your journey. Is there any conversation as you are traveling along the road? You have maybe 45 minutes to an hour left of the trip.
Have you always been?
drew-
Sorry, go ahead.
No, please.
Oh, I was just going to ask, like, if you guys always wanted to be part of the Wardens, or it's a new thing. Have you seen them before?
I wasn't aware they existed up until 3 days ago.
Wow.
It's a fairly new thing for myself. I have to make money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, there isn't such a monetary thing. It's shared among colony mates, intermediate family and all that. So I figured I might as well grab this money thing as quickly as possible. What about you, Arat? Why you?
It felt like the right direction to go. I felt drawn to it. I'm usually making my way from location to location, temple to temple, town to town, to the I do my work, my fortune telling where I can, and I felt called to try something different, so I'm going where fate takes me.
You're a fortune teller?
Sometimes, yes.
Sometimes. Are you a fortune teller right now?
Would you like me to be?
Yes.
Very well, and from his pouch he'll pull out this. It's a very small deck of cards. It's not enough cards for any kind of deck of cards that you've normally seen. And just start moving them back and forth, and just go, perhaps looking forward into our adventures in Dulhern.
Yes.
And DM, I want to use the spell Bespeak.
Okay.
Bespeak is, I'm going to draw a card from here, and I'm declaring a request for an omen regarding it's a person, relationship, challenge, or idea. So I suppose I'm going to go with challenge,
All right.
or challenge / idea of where we're going. Mm-hmm. And I'll pull the card, and you'll tell me if it's a good omen or a bad omen. And this does
Okay.
not count against my my normal card drawing.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull. He's gonna pull, and then he's gonna like feel over the card before he shows the rest of you. This card is the Celestial. And DM, is this a good omen or a bad omen for us?
You get that it's in this context. Because the funny thing about this spell is anyone who reads cards knows that it's not always good or bad. It's sometimes a bit in between. And this has an in between feeling, but you are leaning towards good.
It's a bit of a mixed feeling. This one gives a need to, well, as the Celestial shows, spread your wings to be who you want to be, because there's a lot that'll be keeping you down and burdened from it. But if you harness that power that was within you, you can do great things and draw people close to you that need to be. So, like I said, a bit of a mix, but
What if
seems to be good.
what if we all need to be close because we found each other?
Perhaps then we're on the right path, and that's why things feel better than normal.
That little piece of paper told you all that?
In a way, partially the paper, partially how I read the paper.
There are no words.
No, it's an intuition of sorts. It's a feeling. I know what this card represents, and from that it tells me how it fits into the fate of things that I'm looking into.
Have it do me, if you would, please, kindly. That is a word I'm supposed to use, please.
Let me check to see if I can do this more than once. I think I
Yuiza
can.
just gives her a thumbs up.
I give her a big toothy fanged grin right back.
Hold,
I'm going to
please.
say that you can just do readings for folks.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, no. I can do it. I can do it as many times as I want to, just until I run out of cards, basically. So you notice Arat's shuffling. You notice he has not put that card back in the deck. That card is separate to itself. And he draws. He feels over it again and turns around. It's looks like a ganassi of some sorts, covered in fire. It's the elemental. DM, is this a good omen or a bad omen?
Chaotic, potentially towards bad.
You have a lot in your past, a lot of unresolved, a lot of unsettled things. You'll need to harness what is around you in order to move forward in a positive fashion. Seek the root of things, the core elements of what is at your disposal to make proper use of your accomplishments.
This gets real. She just narrows her eyes in a way that's... You know the way cats, right before they pounce on something, look? That's fists. And right at that moment, whether or not she's about to jump and rip this man's throat out or turn away, she just lightly puts down the card.
Not sure I like your cards, Arat. They're very strange.
Yes, they are. But they served me well.
I suppose, and now I'm looking at them as uneasily as you might a poison urchin.
I don't have many, but perhaps fate will see fit to bestow more on me the same way that they did these cards.
So easily at the hands of fate you leave yourself. It's a bit unnerving.
What else is there?
I'm done thinking. Thank you very much for your thoughts, Arat, but I would like to not think for the rest of this trip, I think. And I just, without another word, wrap myself up in my wings.
Very, very well then. And to the others, they'll turn and go, I know how Fisscourth feels about physical contact, but if I'm to be traveling with you all, would you mind if I become a bit more familiar with who I'm traveling with?
Of course.
By all means.
And he was just like reach out like both hands towards each of them, and he's just going to examine their face to get a better sense of who they are, what they look like, how their expressions underneath it. He's doing it one at a time. For each of you, is there anything in particular that he notices as he's touching basically your face and neck?
As you're touching Sulong's neck, you can feel it's a lot rougher in texture, almost scaly.
Okay. Interesting. And then to Yuiza?
Yuiza, she has a much rounder face. And you notice that as you're touching her nose, it's kind of like a more flattened nose, wider at the top. And she does have a septum ring. It's like a metallic, like half plate. But you feel that her hair is shorter, like her hair just goes at the top of her eyebrows, but nothing. You might feel the slight scars of the tattoos on her face.
Okay, but nothing of specific note beyond just the appearance?
No.
Okay, so take that and just go. Thank you both very much, and Fisscourth, whenever you do feel comfortable, I would like to get to know you as well.
I suppose so.
Only if you're comfortable. We don't have to just yet. The fact that you are a large bat does distinguish you in my mind already.
Just more grumbling from beneath her wing membranes.
We'll We'll try again when we get to Delhern.
In the meantime, would you guys mind if I drew you in my journal?
I suppose so.
Okay. Okay.
I'll just peek out an eye. Are you an artist?
Well, I don't know about artists, but I draw.
Curious. I've seen. No, the only people who could draw what. No. You must be very special indeed to be someone who creates on the paper and.
Oh my god, you're so nice.
No, I'm just being honest.
Oh, well, I just draw for fun. I draw what I see in my travels. You guys can take a look. Here, I already drew Sulong. You have really pretty eyes, by the way.
As Yuiza says that, Sulong just looks away.
She looks at you and you see that her own eyes, she has this really pretty aqua blue eye and a purpley pinky eye. So they're two different colors.
Oh, you got the head of Chromia going on.
Yeah. Well, she's already drawn, it's a quick sketch, kind of with charcoal, just broad strokes. But she offers the book to you, Fisscourth, if she's you can look through it.
Yeah, with her little talents, immediately she's just licks it, then flicks through the pages. She's very practiced with this for someone who is so ignorant to normal people things.
Mm-hmm.
What does this one mean? And she points at any particular drawing.
You see throughout it, there's some landscape drawings of views that she may have on a cart or walking around, or even towns, people she's met. That one is a stranger that I saw at the bar who was really drunk.
Oh, so you document. Fascinating. You are I'm a scholar as well. Not of words and drawings, but a voice. Would you like to hear?
I would.
Oh boy. So, Fisscourth begins to recite what in her culture is a beautiful poem, akin to a haiku. What it sounds like to the rest of you don't hear anything. You just hear the occasional clicking of her tongue, because this is in bat voice. This is supersonic, high-pitched echolocation. Probably the horses probably hear it. Oh no.
DM, can I roll to hear it, given my condition?
Yeah. Go and try.
Several dogs in the distance are howling.
What am I rolling specifically?
This would be perception.
Right.
15. Yeah. You don't understand it, but your ears are tingling.
Let's go.
Oh,
It's fascinating.
I did not understand that.
I didn't either, but it sounded wonderful.
The look Fisscourth gives you is the kind that you give to a child who has failed the math equation. It's just very understanding, a bit condescending. Oh, very well. It's the arts of the caverns are a bit above. I should have started with something simpler. Of course, I
just don't think we speak the same language sometimes.
I think it may be that, but I appreciate what I did here, regardless.
Some lovely clicking.
Thank you. Yes, that's what you say. Thank you. Applause.
Yeah.
As you're reciting this poetry, Gowan leans down from the driver's seat where he and Arabella are. So, wardens. Is that what I heard? Yeah.
Maybe.
They need us, practically. Me in particular. But yes, wardens.
Really? Why is that?
I adventure. They need adventurers. I know these things. I'm excellent at adventuring.
Yep.
I just need
how
money.
to go with the well, you excellent adventurers.
That was for sure well.
No
Water.
dangers found.
Oh. Task number 1 complete. Then I'll put in a good word with the boss for you.
Oh, are you part of the wardens?
Oh, yeah, you're gonna fit right in. And he turns around with a knowing chuckle, and Arabelle lightly punches his shoulder.
Violence among mates. Noted.
I'm the what? Sorry. Now her head pops down. He's not my. No.
Oh, I assumed. You share a colony? You share a cavern? Are you not pair bonded?
No, we don't. We don't even live together. No.
DM, can I insight check this voice?
Sure, go for it.
Oh, very well then.
If anyone else would like to roll insight check.
That is a 22.
Fabulous. This woman is hella awkward and very uncomfortable at the fact that someone just suggested that she and Galwin are an item.
Uncomfortable positively or negatively?
Anxiety.
Like she wishes, or oh my god, how could you?
Is anxiety an answer?
It's the same. It will yield the same question for me.
I wouldn't say that it's neither positive nor negative. It's
Okay.
it's a question that has just made her very uncomfortable at the thought of this person being her partner. And
so not
she
necessarily she would like it to be, but just the concept is strange.
She's not looking for romance. And she will continue on to explain that she actually just hired Galwin. It's something that you can do. You can hire a warden to travel with you. They're there to serve the people of the realm in any capacity needed, and she had the funds to hire him.
So curious. They're so... Truly, I wish more of your relationships were like this. It's just simple. You give something, you take something. It's... With all of you, it tends to be something of it's... Oh, we're betrothed, but not betrothed. I'm betrothed to this baby. It was just that book I read. But it's so complex. Why can't it just be simple? Why can't it all just be family or pair bonds?
Sometimes it is.
Yes, but you all make it so complicated.
It really depends on where you come from. Sometimes it's simple as getting married, and sometimes it's very complicated.
Society has a lot of rules. I mean, you don't really have to follow them, but yeah.
I've been to many cities, and everybody does seem to do things differently, but I concur. It's all a matter of where you are at that point.
And sometimes you're just way too busy.
I mean, she's running her own shop. That's super cool.
Woman of business.
Yeah.
The only potion provider in town. Luckily, the wardens are also in town, so, business is booming, especially in the health potion industry.
A lot of people needing health potions.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, you know the adventuring type, running off, saving the day, protecting people, falling out of trees, and at that one, Galwin will then elbow her. Not too hard, but in a
fall out of a
shut up
tree?
sort of way. No, there was a cat, and then it ran off, and I was still there. So, look.
Very noble of you.
I stuck the dismount, okay?
Okay.
Arabelle leans behind him.
Sulon, can you write your name under your picture?
Yeah, sure. And he will write out Sulong, but it is not in a script that you recognize.
Can you write it in a language I recognize?
Oh,
Just
right.
underneath it.
Right. And then in common, it's just Sulong.
Listening
that
to
one?
to the sound of writing, I'm just going to reach my hand over and just sort of... Is this charcoal or is this like ink?
It's charcoal.
Okay, so like the moment he feels the charcoal, he's gonna like pull his hand back. Oh, I didn't mean to smudge it. I wanted to feel.
Oh, it's okay. I don't have charcoal. Oh, I don't have ink.
I believe I do. If you are in need of any, I'm not exactly using it.
Oh, you touched your face while your hand had charcoal.
Oh dear.
May I?
Yes, please.
Just hear like a little bit of water going to handkerchief, and then dab.
Thank you. Yes, I'm not exactly using my my ink and pen.
I do have some pictures that are in ink. You could probably feel the texture of it if you want.
Yes, please.
Yeah, here you go.
I just like trace my finger over the line work.
Yeah, you like I said to Fizz, it's some nature scenes, like pews and stuff that she's seen. There's a lot of drawings of like portraits or like items, and if you feel like any like writing, there's all different types of writings. Like she's asked people, some of them, not all of them, to like write their name. Like you assume those are the people she's most familiar with, like under their portraits.
Yeah, he's just tracing, just like, looks like he's really thinking about it as he goes over it because he hasn't seen any of this stuff before, so he's just going off of descriptor. She'll
like kind of put him over to like one that she's really proud of. And it's a view of a beach and some mountains off in the distance. And she'll kind of like, if you let her, she'll kind of ask, "Can I hold your hand for a moment?"
Please.
And she will describe it as she's like moving your hand towards what she's describing, like the mountains in the distance. They looked snowy that day, so I added a bit of texture at top. And then as you move down, she describes the trees and then the stretch of seawater and like the beaches from where she's standing.
That's lovely. Where is this?
Oh, that's back home. If you go to the western side of the Northern Islands that face the mainland, you can see some pretty beautiful views.
Interesting. I imagine you can. This is fascinating work.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm not that great at writing. I'm not really...
Feels fine to me.
Yeah. Well, she'll put you over. It's like, if you feel this one, it's more like chicken scratch. I'm still learning how to write everything.
I can understand what it is, so we're doing just fine.
Thank you. Next, I'll have to draw you, and I'll have to draw Fisscourth, and I'll have to draw Arabelle, and I have to draw Galwin.
Well, Fisscourth sounds much more interesting to draw than I do, so please.
Oh, you don't have to draw me. Yeah. That's fine.
If you don't want to, I won't. You just have such a pretty face.
Oh. Thanks. Thank you. And she turns beet red, redder than Fisscourth turned earlier.
Yeah, she's definitely the next version she's drawing.
She's like, my mom's got it.
Yeah, and Galwin is just preening. Of course, you would want to draw a peacock like Galwin. As you carry on with your conversation, getting to know one another, Arabelle and Galwin pull you directly up to the entrance of the Wardens. As you pass through town, you notice that I'd say it's a little bit larger than a village. It's very agricultural here at the moment. You came into Delhen knowing that it was going to be a place that is growing, that is becoming something. There was word put out that a new town had been established, and the Wardens need people to come and work to support the local population and just add more patrols as roads are added and homes are added, in supplements to the town guard that will eventually be taking over the position, so that they can the Wardens can take more of a back seat and just be hired as needed. You pass the Wands Want. Arabelle proudly points out her shop to you all. It's a 3-story shop. She tells you that there's residents on the top 2 floors, and on the bottom floor is her shop, and you are welcome there anytime during the hours of 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. when she closes. She points out the only tavern in town, the Pink Dragon, as well as the butcher shop and the general store. There are 2 businesses that appear to be under construction that you pass by. She's not sure what those are. It appears that their construction started as she was leaving town. She never quite got word of what they were supposed to be. And she points out a few other structures, a few homes, a few locals here and there that she just happens to know, apparently. Points off to the fields in the distance, as well as the woods beyond, where many folks go to gather herbs for their meals, for their potions and whatnot. And at the far end of town is where you stop and you see the building for the wardens. It's a large wood and stone structure built. It looks more like a house, actually, than it does a business or a barracks or anything official. It looks actually rather warm and inviting, as though this is someplace that most folks would rush to go spend time in. It looks...
DM, along the way, is there anything in particular besides like the meats and the ales and whatnot that I can smell or hear, just to pick out where things are and what's interesting about this town?
Lots of animal smells. Lots of agriculture going around. It's rather loud at this time of day. There is construction going on. You are very easily able to pinpoint where the construction is happening, as Arabelle points it out. And there is as you pass by the Wandswant, there is an especially strong floral smell that comes from the area. And if you ask Arabelle, will probably tell you about her gardens that are outside the building. But as you pass by the butcher shop, it's unmistakable what that shop is.
Yep, smell meat and blood.
Mm-hmm. Fissa probably smells delicious to you. It's like a bakery.
Delectable.
Smorgasbord.
All the sound and everything is overwhelming, but if that's nearby, maybe I can live in this mess of people.
But yeah, you are outside the wardens. Galwin has gone in ahead of you, and Arabelle is taking the cart away to return it to whomever she borrowed it from. But he is going in ahead of you, and he's going to go speak with the boss, apparently, on your behalf before you go meet him. What do you do?
Ooh. Guess we have an inn already.
Lunch sounds good right about now.
I can certainly accompany you all if you'd like.
Sure.
You go inside it. Oh, my headphones fell off. No, guys, these are my real ears. Don't listen to that.
Yes, we go inside. That's where it's a building.
It's so... This looks a little intimidated by the size of this building. It's so much.
Are you alright, Fisscourth? You've been sort of jerking your head around.
I am adapted to glorious caverns, listening for sounds miles, eons beyond me. It's just a bit much to take in. You're all shouting at once and not in sync. It's... Could you help me, please? Don't tell anyone.
Sulong thinks for a moment, snaps a finger, goes into his bag, and part of his outfits, he has like regular clothes, traveling clothes, and some finery. He'll pull out a scarf and look over to Fizz and just kind of drape it over her head and wrap her ear so it muffles the sound a little bit.
Oh, you got her a happy hoodie. She's like a dog with a thunder vest. But the moment, just like it all goes just from various sounds, unfamiliar sensations to just peace. And finally, her eyes close and just some semblance of serenity. Thank you.
No problem.
All right.
Everyone already?
Yep.
Where's everyone going?
Into that tavern, I think.
Into the
All right. Are
wardens?
you going into the wardens or the tavern?
Sulong mentioned food, so I think we're going to a tavern first before we go into the wardens.
Okay, we can definitely head over to the Pink Dragon then. This establishment is unlike anything you have ever seen before. You've been in taverns before, but usually they're small and intimate. This is hustling and bustling. Fisscourth, I'm sorry, but it is just as loud in here right now as it is outside on the street. There are people at the tables closest to you who are playing games of some sort, and there's money on the table. There's a more dining-like atmosphere further back in you go. Off to the side, there is a long oak bar that is beautifully maintained and kept lit with small, tiny, fairy-light candles. Appears to only be run by one person, and there is a female-presenting person to the back of him who is working furiously at one of the largest hearths you've ever seen. But it smells great. It's loud. You can definitely get some food here.
This is big.
Sounds very active.
Yes. Arat, do you want me to lead you over to where we order food?
No, I can sit with you all whenever you sit, and we'll go from there. I'm not particularly hungry at the moment.
All right. Should we all sit? Do we get waited on?
We are waited upon. What are we waiting for?
No. No, I mean, excuse me, sir.
Who are you addressing? Are you addressing the person at the bar?
Yeah, the person at the bar. She'll walk forward.
What can I do for you?
Hi, do we order food with you, or do we just sit to get at a table together to... Hi.
Oh, I mean, I can bring it to you, or you can come up here. We have our own custom menu. If you'd like to take a look at that, there's one on every table, and here you go. Here's one for you as well. And let me get that for you because I went hard in Canva for this.
Your canvas you popped off.
It did. Showed players. Showed everyone.
Ooh.
So, on this menu, you have drinks that are standard fare. You have specialty drinks. There is food available, and there is a shareable section as well. Should you all decide to just get something light to eat and share together, there's enough of that for you all to have something light. And then there's also dessert options.
Ooh. Do we all want to order stuff together, or do we want to order separately? Or there's shareables, we could share stuff because we're a colony now, everyone.
She's holding the menu as close to her face as she can.
I can read it to you,
Variety.
Arat, if you want to eat something.
Perhaps something to drink.
Okay.
Salong is gonna.
Sorry.
Sorry. Salong's just gonna stand quietly and just excuse himself as he heads over to the bar. Hey, sorry to bother you, but you wouldn't happen to have any rice on your menu, would you?
I just plain rice. Are you looking for it in a specific dish? We cater to all dietary needs here.
Rice on the side.
Oh yeah,
It's been a while since I last had a bowl, and I'm kind of missing it.
Do you want white rice, jasmine rice, brown rice, fried rice,
Purple rice.
purple rice?
We had some
Do you wanna
basmati and curry. That's always the good one.
He starts listing off so many different types of rice.
A bowl of white rice, please. That's fine.
Oh, okay. He'll write down your order. Are you getting anything else to eat or drink?
Charcuterie board for the table.
Okay.
And just the meatballs for Sulong. Do y'all want anything? I'll pay for this round.
Oh, well, I'm reading them the drinks. There's ale, and there's brandy, there's cider, there's coffee. Do you want coffee? There's tequila.
There's more than one drink.
Yes, they're alcoholic.
Some of them aren't, perhaps.
Some of them aren't. Yeah, coffee isn't. Cider can be. If you like sweet, there's mead. It's made from honey. There's wine. There's beer.
Sweet. Yes, I've heard of this in poems.
What
is this? What is the loaded potato?
It's
What
a
is it loaded
potato. It's loaded on. It's got cheese on top and bacon.
From cows and an interspecies union. Yes, this is the attitude I must adopt. The loaded potato.
She'll have a loaded potato.
If you read any of the specialty stuff,
Yeah, she'll read everything.
What is dragon's breath?
What's dragon's breath? She'll call out.
Oh, that's a specialty. Actually, it includes some special ingredients from Miss Arabelle's shop. But it's a. Well, you know what? How about I'll give you a little taste on the house, and you tell me how you like it.
Thank you. Yes.
What's the surprise tequila? What's so surprising about it?
You know what? I'll get you a drink as well. It's hard to explain.
Okay. I was gonna ask about the Druid's drop, but I don't know if I should.
I think I'll play it safe with water, please.
Okay, so we got a dragon's breath and a surprise tequila.
Yeah. Oh, I'm curious. I must ask, are you familiar with blood pudding?
Yes. Normally we only serve that at specific times of the year, but I can see if Chef has the ingredients.
Yes, if I could have that, just hold the pudding. I would like the red, please.
Just
the blood?
He takes you in for a moment. And a light bulb goes off. Would you like that at room temperature, or do you have a specific specific temperature above that you would like it to be? Would you like it chilled?
There are options to take it in?
We can make options, yeah.
He's trying to be accommodating
myself, but I can. Chef won't mind. Mm-mm.
I truly never expected this world to be so accommodating. Yes, I would like it at this room temperature. I would like to be as the other people are.
Okay, I will let Chef know, and they will bring that.
It makes sense. It makes sense now. Things are clicking in my head.
Sulong is just going to drop 5 gold onto the bar and push it towards the bartender. You can keep the change.
All right.
I did the math, so you don't have to.
Fair enough. Okay. So, Arat's up first. Make me as you get this drink. It is everyone else is going to see this, so I'm just going to go ahead and describe it.
Sure.
But it is the color of reds, not the color of blood, but there are so many different shades and hues of reds within this glass. You don't know exactly how many things have been put into this, but you all, it's mind-boggling, and they seem to shift and twinkle a little bit. Can drinks twinkle? Is there glitter in it? You're not sure. Is glitter even a thing in this world? We haven't decided yet, but it is shifting, and the colors move in almost a hypnotic pattern, and the top of it seems to emanate this soft smoke that has a mouthfeel to it that is just slightly warm, but tastes
What does it
of
smell
nothing.
like?
Yeah.
Does it smell like nothing as well as tasting like nothing?
It smells like cherry.
Yuiza's describing the drink to you because she is in amazement of it.
Yeah. It's a little surprising that the smell is so simple when everything visually is just so in your face.
And that's sort of what I go, that's fascinating. It just smells like cherries.
Huh.
And I'll take a drink.
Okay. Make me a DC... make me a Constitution saving throw. DC 10.
A 15.
Fabulous. So you pass. You drink it, and suddenly you get the feeling that if you wanted to take something called a bonus action, you could potentially breathe fire in a 15-foot cone for the next minute.
Interesting.
Should you want to.
I guess your call. Did I drink the entire thing?
That's up to you. You don't have to drink the whole thing. If you just take one sip, I'll give this to you.
Okay. Well, no, and if I get that feeling, I want to just like pour the rest of it into my empty water skin.
That's fair. That's fair enough.
And just pour it in my water skin and cork it for
If
later.
you want to know,
Fascinating.
yeah, if you want to note for your own notes, it does 3d6 fire damage. The creature has to roll a dexterity saving throw equal to that same DC, equal to 10 plus your proficiency, just your straight proficiency number. And on a failed
DC
save, they'll
12
take.
then.
You said a DC. You said a DC 10 plus my proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay.
3d6 fire damage on a failed save, half on a successful. All right. And Yuiza got the surprise tequila.
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous. That sounded nervous.
A little bit.
Okay. This looks like a normal tequila shot, save for just the tiniest wisp of... It's like there's an inky dot that is just floating in the center of the shot itself. Not on top, not on the bottom, but just in the center. Almost like there's just a drop of void that has just been plunked into the shot.
She's going to look at it, and you see her. She's eye level at the table, just looking at the dot. Right? And she's like, well, bottoms up, and she'll just throw it back.
Okay, make me a constitution save.
Oh boy.
Fortunately, tequila hits a little harder.
7.
All right. Yep. For the next 5 minutes, you cannot speak above, or you cannot speak below a yell.
I don't know what the surprise is.
Why do you have to yell?
I can't.
I understand that the ambiance here is a little bit loud, but
No, I can't.
Are you simply very excited? Is this what we do when we're excited? And I match
I mean,
the
sometimes,
energy?
but I'm trying to speak quietly, but it's not working.
Is this what we do in a tavern? Is that what it was called?
Technically,
I think it's the drink.
The
Drinks make us yell?
the barkeep is just nearly doubled over laughing. This is my favorite part of the job. I'm not gonna lie. Your orders should be up shortly. Feel free to grab an open seat wherever y'all wish.
Okay.
If you need anything, feel free to come back or just ask anyone running any of the tables over that way. And he points to the tables where people appear to be playing games for money, aka gambling, and goes back about polishing glasses at the bar.
Oh, can you add some steak and eggs to that order? Thank you. I can't stop yelling, guys. I'm so sorry. I'll be quiet.
quite all right.
Sulong's going to just stand from their seat and bring Yuiza to the other side of the table, furthest away from like Arat and Fizz.
Thank you.
Sit her down.
This, who is continuing to speak loudly, is just... I think I've come to an understanding as a scholar and a gentlewoman. I believe I've been looking at you all as primates that still throw their dung across. Really, when you have no fur, how do you expect them to be evolved, right? What I'm thinking is that I must adopt an attitude of studying. You are all of you, are grand novels to be explored and studied. Isn't this right? Am I correct?
That's very
I mean, sure.
complimentary of you. Thank you.
I mean it with my whole heart. Yes. I'm so glad you understand me. Thank you for bringing me into your culture. And may we all be loaded potatoes in this day. A mingling of two species in one.
Yes, mingling of two species.
Salute.
I think there's more than 2 of different races. I'm just gonna... Oh, sorry.
To all, then. The world should be combined into one great glorious thing, it seems.
Over the course of the meal, to everyone's horror, I'd like to point out that mini meatballs are shareable, but Sulong orders like 3 more orders for himself.
You have a big appetite. I'm assuming I can keep talking loudly unless the 5 minutes are over. You
We'll
eat a lot.
By the end of the meal, they're definitely over.
You eat a lot.
I did quite a bit of working out today.
Arat at the end of the table, he's turned a bit so that he can be like faced out towards where the most sound is, and he cleans out his cup, puts it out in like in a fashion that very much looks like a tip cup, and he's just like laid out the rest of his cards on the table, sort of instinctively, and just sitting there as if waiting for anybody.
Oh, I know this one. Sulong snatches the cup, flips it over, hits it 3 times, the top, and he pounds out the beat to the cup song.
Listening to the sound, I'm just going to like in the middle of it flipping, I'm going to take it back and go, not quite, and just put it right back on the front.
Are you going to tell people's fortunes?
If any of them would like,
doesn't have to yell right now, but she's yelling to get people's attention.
If any of them would like, yes.
I got it.
This is how I made my modest living where I went.
2 bottles of whiskey for the train.
Let me see if any of them are paying attention to you in this gambling hall / bar.
The entire time during the meal, Yuiza was explaining what each food was and how the ones she knew that were made. So this is ground up pork or beef. Could probably beef. That's
so
cow.
let me get this straight. That pork comes from pigs.
Yes.
Beef comes from cows, but chicken is chicken.
Chicken is chicken.
Oh, your language is so strange, but beautiful.
If you want an umbrella term, fowl.
I'm not
No, like duck.
That means like
chicken.
Oh, like the ducks and the doves and the
birds are called fowl.
It's so, you see, we only have a few phrases in my language. Would you like me to demonstrate?
Sure.
Fist lets out a series of high-pitched clicks and then translates to, it's just one word, food. We call it the great, in your tongue it really translates to the great red flood. It's long, our language is poetic, but very, very simple. We only have a few words like that.
So do you just eat blood all the time?
Oh, yes. From what I understand, it's no different than mosquitoes. Oh, so I've heard.
Do you eat other things?
I've never tried other things. I've grown up off the great red flood.
You should eat your loaded potato.
While they're talking, I'm waiting for somebody to come over. I'm just going to go, Fisscourth, is that blood in your cup then?
Yes, it is. Would you like to try some?
Why not? And I'll reach out.
We both have like blood mustaches, like milk mustache.
Yeah, so I guess if she's handing me the cup, I'll just reach out and just like take not a big sip, but a small one. Just
since we are exchanging cultures, this is such an important part of mine. We call it the kiss. We share our foods. It shows our love and care for our families. And since we are a colony, as we've said, truly we should share. I could do the same for you as well.
It's a bit of a different kiss than I'm familiar with. This is it's interesting. And he hands the cup back.
Should I drink some of your blood too?
Are you hungry?
I mean, yeah, that's why I'm eating, but I don't think it'll do the same thing for me as it does for you. But if
it may not be for everybody.
I mean, I could try it. I don't want to offend you.
No, you wouldn't be. I may be greatly intelligent and studied and scholared in all the ways, but I could never be offended. Unless you were shoving your dung, which I heard that was... No. I must apologize. That was a false rumor. I was told that you all throw your dung at people, but I've learned otherwise.
Okay.
Yes, drink.
Okay. She'll drink it. And you just see her make a... That's really metally.
Maybe not for everybody. Has anybody come over for the loud proclamation of fortune telling?
Yes. You were quite loud. And a person comes over who had been at one of the gambling tables and she is very intoxicated and just, hey, do you tell fortunes?
I do, yes. Usually a cost of 2 silver, but I will tell your fortune.
2 silver? Oh my god, that's like such a steal. Here, take my money. I want to know if I want to know if my girlfriend still thinks I'm pretty. I know the answer's going to be yes. I just want to hear it anyways.
Very well, yes. And I'm going to do a reading. I'm not going to use the speak on this one. But I'm just going to feel around. And I'm going to figure out which card I'm pulling. I feel it, and I turn around. It's the adversary.
Oh my god, it's so pretty. Does that mean that she, like, loves me? And, like, we're gonna go to, like, I don't know. We're gonna go to, like, some, like, tropical vacation real soon. I bet it does. It totally does. Like, absolutely.
Typically, he takes off his one glove and just puts the card in his hand immediately as he looks at it. Typically, it means new experiences that you should confront boldly. So, I would say that if you two have this in mind, then yes, you should most certainly dive headfirst into this. Go on this trip with your beloved. Experience new things. Take it in without fear. Learn from the experience, and you can do this together.
That sounds fantastic. It's kind of like this one time that, like, my girlfriends and I, like, we all went on this big long trip and, like, absolutely nobody wanted to go parasailing. But I was like, no, we should totally do it. They'll, like, totally teach us. And none of them would, but, like, I did. And I was, like, so brave.
That sounds fascinating. It sounds like you're well equipped for this sort of adventure then.
Oh my gosh, I totally am. The wardens tell me that I'm, like, super adventurous all the time.
Wonderful. And he'll put the card down and just sort of, like, reach out his hand for her hand just to take it, kind of in that, like, fortune tellery fashion. Just, like, hand on top of hers.
Her hands are very sweaty.
Yeah, he'll keep it there for a bit and just, like, sort of clasp around it, like, think for a bit and just go, I wish you all of the luck in achieving your dreams.
That's so sweet. You've been an absolute peach. Here, have another gold. Okay, bye.
Absolutely. And as she goes, I'll let my hand just, like, trail off of her hand as she goes, and just sort of, like, sit, like, think, like sort of thinking about everything. And then when I'm done, I'll just sort of shake it off and put the glove back on. Just go, a kind person.
While Arat was doing this reading, Sulong had gotten up, came back with a bowl of fruit, and sat down. He just began to pick at it with a toothpick.
Oh, and she gave more. Feeling it, does it actually feel like she gave me a gold?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, very kind of her.
Yuiza is just introducing Fisscourth to, like, all the food and be like, oh, you should taste this, definitely. I'm sure it's gonna be great.
She's like a kid in a candy store. She was very hesitant to try it. She had to try each little piece of the potato separately to make sure she liked it. Now it's just, please, more. I need more. What is this? You call it a grape? And they did what on it? Fascinating.
You should try meat. It's sweet. It's honey. It's honey. It's made from honey.
Isn't that bee spit?
It's bee throw up, but yes.
Oh, yes, that's how we feed our young. It must be such a homey feel. I'm curious, since I am new to your culture, how do you feed your young? Do you throw up like bees?
Nope.
Hey, Fizz, try this. And Sulong will reach across the table. There's like, it's essentially a plantain in an egg roll wrapper, and it has like a caramel glaze over the top.
She's cautious. She sniffs it.
You got this. You can do it.
She does the Squidward bite from SpongeBob, just the tiniest little bit, rips it off with her teeth.
You're just gonna get a lot of pastry doing that. Just go for it.
Just go for it.
Entire thing up to his fingers. Just one full gulp. You're telling me you combine them like a loaded potato. There's more than just a loaded potato.
Yeah.
Must teach me. I must.
Yuiza's giving him a napkin.
think she drew blood.
Oh no!
Hydrate.
Well, how is everybody feeling? Are you all feeling refreshed?
I'm good. Yeah.
Think I could still eat.
Can I get a round of perception checks from
Oh, God.
everyone at the table?
Oh no! It's time to be perceived.
16.
6, so no.
22.
9 and 8. That's an 8.
Okay. Yuiza's the only one who notices this with a roll over 20. But as you just... Everyone at the table just looks a bit more lively, a bit more well-rested. Even those that didn't partake in actual food. Or it could just be a trick of the light.
Okay. She'll look to them, look at the guy over at the bar, look to her friends. Interesting.
I feel ready to meet our potential new employers. How about you?
I'm so ready, especially after the food and drink.
Wonderful.
They are ready for us. They need to be ready for us, if anything. We are grand adventurers. Look, you can throw teeth. Shilong can pick up carts. Arat can talk to cards. I'm brilliant. We will do... They need us.
I appreciate your positive attitude, Fisscourth.
I just... There's so much to be... Thank you. Yes, let's go.
All right. And with that, with our full bellies and our optimistic attitudes and our pep talk from our winged pal at the table, that is where we're going to call it for tonight. It is, it's game time, y'all. Thank you so much for joining us for the first episode of Luck and Chaos, with quite a bit of chaos. We'll see what happens later now that some party members have some drinks stashed away. I can't wait for that to come up again and for me to remember that I gave you that. Thank you everyone for joining us for tonight's episode of Luck and Chaos. Don't forget to leave a review on your favorite podcast platform of choice. It really helps our show grow. Arat was played by Zachary Vaudo. Yuiza was played by Alessa Vamp. Fisscourth was played by Abby. Sulong was played by RJ. And your GM and producer today was Sara Roberts. The Luck and Chaos theme, A Twist of Fate, was composed by Sneakernet. Download it now on Bandcamp. Link in the show notes below. Check out our show notes for cast info and links to the third-party content featured in this game. If you'd like to join us for our Patreon-only after show, visit us on patreon.com/thehypegoblin. This show and others like it are made possible by the generous support from our patrons.